If you've ever felt lost, overwhelmed, or unsure of who you're meant to be, then this story will find you where you are. Long ago, in a quiet village surrounded by golden wheat fields and the hum of cicadas, there lived a young man named Eshan. Though the village adored him for his kindness and humility, his heart was a battlefield of restlessness. Every morning, he worked in his father's fields, and every night he sat beneath the old banyan tree, watching stars and wondering, why do I feel incomplete when I have everything? He saw people busy with their lives, smiling, laughing, building families, but in their eyes, he sensed the same emptiness that haunted him. One evening, while Eshan sat by the marketplace, a wandering monk passed through the village. His robes were worn, but his eyes glowed with peace. The monk said softly, "A man who seeks meaning outside himself will always return empty-handed. The treasure you search for lies within." Those words struck Eshan deeper than any blade. That night, he couldn't sleep. He gazed at the stars and whispered, "Maybe it's time I search for that treasure myself." So before dawn, with nothing but a small satchel, a clay flask, and his mother's blessing, Eshan left his village, stepping into a world unknown with only one question guiding him: who am I truly? Eshan's journey led him through towering forests where the air smelled of rain and mystery. For days, he walked alone, the path twisting like his thoughts. He encountered travelers who seemed happy, but when he asked them what gave their lives meaning, each one gave a different answer. Wealth, love, fame, power. None of it felt right. Weeks later, he reached a grand city, dazzling with gold and noise. There, he met Arun, a wealthy merchant draped in silk, who laughed when Eshan spoke of his journey. Peace? Purpose? Those are the words of dreamers. The world bows to those who have silver in their hands, not silence in their hearts. Eshan stayed, working for Arun in his bustling shop. Gold filled his palms, but nights grew emptier. He began to notice something. The more he owned, the more afraid he became of losing it. One evening, as rain pattered outside, Eshan looked into a copper mirror and saw tired eyes staring back. "I have everything I once wished for, yet I feel hollow." At dawn, he left the city quietly, leaving behind both wealth and confusion. In a remote village by a flowing river, he met an old woman washing clothes. Her hands were wrinkled, her clothes torn, yet her smile was radiant. Eshan asked, "How do you stay so content when you have so little?" She chuckled softly, her eyes gleaming like the morning sun. "Because I stopped comparing my life with others. I tend to my heart, and it tends to me. Peace doesn't come from more, my son. It comes from enough." Those words settled in his heart like a seed taking root. Eshan stayed there for a time, helping her fetch water and chop firewood. He began to find joy in simple things: the sound of the river, the scent of wet earth, the kindness of strangers. But his greatest test came when a violent storm struck the village one night. Houses fell, the river flooded, and chaos erupted. Everyone ran for safety, yet Eshan stayed behind to rescue the old woman trapped near her hut. With trembling hands, he pulled her to higher ground, risking his life in the rising waters. As dawn broke, the storm subsided. Exhausted but alive, Eshan looked at the horizon, and for the first time, his heart was calm. He had stopped searching for meaning and started living it. Years later, Eshan returned home, no longer the restless boy who once chased answers beyond the hills. The villagers barely recognized him. His eyes were peaceful, his steps steady, his smile serene. He walked to the old banyan tree, now older, broader, its roots deep and wise like him. Sitting beneath it, he closed his eyes and listened to the same wind that once whispered doubts. Now it whispered something different. You have arrived. Tears welled in his eyes. The monk's words, the merchant's greed, the old woman's wisdom, all had been chapters of the same truth. The peace he searched across deserts, cities, and storms was always within him, waiting to be noticed. He finally understood the soul doesn't grow by finding something new, it grows by remembering what it already is. Eshan smiled, feeling the stillness of his heart. The world outside hadn't changed much, but the world within him had become infinite. This story teaches us, true growth begins when you stop chasing the world and start listening to your soul. Focus on yourself, for within you lies everything you've been searching for. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to subscribe for more soul-stirring tales that inspire, heal, and awaken the spirit within.